Welcome to the Sewanee Tiger Football Video Blog. My name is Doug Reese. Last Saturday, the Tigers traveled to Rome, Georgia to take on the Berry Vikings. The Tigers came out with a big victory, 28-6. The victory was highlighted by 4 touchdowns by the offense and 3 interceptions by the defense. It was a great game for the Tigers, and now we have some highlights, and following the highlights, we have some coaches' interviews. Hey, we want to thank Coach Laurendine for coming on the show with us today. Coach Laurendine, big conference win today, 28-6. The defense really did a great job. The offense did a great job today. Tell us what you take away from this game today.
Well, it gives us a lot of momentum going into our last game of the year next week against a pretty good startup program in Hendrix College. They have one of the better quarterbacks in the conference, and he's just a freshman. They have a transfer receiver who is undoubtedly one of the top receivers in the conference. But today's game, the defense, 3 interceptions, some big plays behind the line of scrimmage. Our defense has played pretty well all year long. With the exception of one half against Rhodes, our defense has played very well all year long. Coach Evangelista, Coach Talwo, Coach Boudreaux, those guys do a great job of planning throughout the week in and week out, and I couldn't ask for a better defensive staff. I really couldn't.
You know, the key players on defense came up big again today. Alex Copps, he's always up there leading in tackles.
Yep.
And Quentin Jones, yep. They're both always up there. And then you had a young man step up too, and Tony Dykes with a big interception to keep in the red zone. I think all 3 of the interceptions were in the red zone today.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're correct. Tony Dykes, really proud of that kid. He's just a freshman, has a heck of a career ahead of him, along with many other freshmen. This is by far the best freshman class we have since I've been here, not just numbers-wise, but quality-wise. We got to get us another good class coming in this year, but those, you're right, those 3 guys, those 3 interceptions in the red zone, that's huge today. That's huge.
Now, last week, Coach, you had a bye. I know that it came right at the right time for the final stretch of the season, last 2 games of the season. Tell us about the health of the team.
Well, we're bouncing back a little bit. We're a lineman short right now. Jake Foytek's been down, so he hasn't played the past couple of weeks. We're missing our 2 outstanding starting slot backs. Devontae Jones just got out of surgery 2 days ago, corrected the MCL and ACL. And Power Spencer, freshman slot back. We're really missing those 2 guys. They're really good ball players. They're fast, and we've had to play with younger guys at slot back position. We had to move Cortez Brown over from corner, and that hurts our depth in the secondary. So, but he stepped in there and done a great job playing slot back for us. So hopefully we won't get those 2 back, but I think we're going to be okay in the other positions.
Next week, you go to Hendricks, and you play Hendricks in Arkansas. Tell us about that game.
It's going to be a tough one. Hendricks is scoring a lot of points. I think they're averaging around 30 points a game, but they're giving up over 30 points a game. That's their issue right now. So, but like I said earlier, outstanding quarterback, outstanding transfer receiver. We're going to have our hands full. We better come to practice this week, carry our lunch pails out there, and finish the season off on a positive note going into our off season with a great win out there. It's a 7-hour bus ride. We got to get our minds right and be ready to play next Saturday at 12 noon. It's a 12 noon ball game next Saturday in Conway, Arkansas.
Well, thank you today. Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
And we appreciate what you're doing, you know, the coaching job you're doing this year. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
It's my privilege to have with us Coach Mike Halligan, the wide receivers coach for the Sewanee Tigers. Coach Halligan, thank you for taking the time to speak with me today.
Yeah, no problem.
Today, the offense came up big. We had 2 wide receivers who had touchdown catches. Tell us about those catches.
Yeah, actually, wide receivers today. We actually had a tight end, Caleb Beasley. He actually played a little bit of fullback for us as well, but he had a nice catch on a corner route today. Caleb has actually come up big for us this year. Actually, recently, we just changed him over from defense to offense, and he's really proven to be a valuable asset to our team.
Now tell us about the second touchdown.
Second touchdown, that would be Cortez Brown, one of our slot backs. He came in on a wheel route, and Cortez, he came up with a great play, brought his hands to his eyes, and really pulled it in. Nice touchdown to really start off the game.
Now this year, the wide receivers had some big plays coming into this game. Curtis had been hitting wideouts and had a couple of passes, 92 yards, one of the passes. Mm-hmm. What do you do to prepare for these games?
I really tell my receivers, you have to be patient in this offense. You have to have a selfless attitude, because when our number's called, it's going to be wide open because we run to set up the pass. So for people to think that, just because we're a triple option team doesn't necessarily mean that we don't pass the ball. And when we do, like you said, that 92-yarder, right? That was great. That's Chaz Powell on a nice play action right there, and big strike to the end zone.
Now tell us about Hendricks next week, and tell us about their coverage on wide receivers and maybe what you think you see that we might be able to do.
Hendricks being a team that's slinging around the yard, for sure. In practice, their DBs are used to covering guys. But what they fail to realize is they have to plan for the triple option in 1 week. So that's a big problem for most teams, preparing for our offense.
Well, we're looking forward to the game against Hendricks, and thank you for talking to us today.
Yeah, no problem.
This week in our player interviews, we will be interviewing linebacker Tony Dykes, fullback and tight end Caleb Beasley, and quarterback Cody Daniels. Now I have with me Tony Dykes. Tony, thanks for talking with me today.
No problem. Nice to be here.
You've had a good season this year. A couple weeks ago, you got the hit of the week, and we got to show one of your hits on the show. And this week in the second quarter, Barry was driving. They were in the red zone, and you made a great interception and ran the ball back down the field to put the Sewanee Tigers offense in great position. Tell us about that interception.
Well, we were just in a zone coverage, and I'm just reading the quarterback's eyes, and he looked to the left, so I just broke that way and threw the ball right to me.
Well, you had a good game today. You had a great game. We heard your name called several times over the loudspeaker. You've had a great season. Now tell us what it's like as a student and an athlete on the mountain at Sewanee.
It's a lot of hard work, You have to focus on your books, but at the same time focus on football. But if you prioritize your time and everything, you'll be okay.
Well, you've done a great job. Good job today.
Thank you.
And thank you for talking with us. Now we have with us freshman tight end Caleb Beasley. Caleb, thank you for coming and talking to us today.
Yes, sir.
Now today you got your first touchdown. Tell us about that touchdown pass you caught.
Well, we just had a little play and ran a little post route, and it was there.
What does it mean to you to be a Sewanee Tiger?
It's incredible to be a Sewanee Tiger. Number one, because it's a good school with the grades, and also we get a chance to play football again.
Well, you did a great job today. Thank you for coming and talking with us.
Yes, sir.
I have with me quarterback Cody Daniels. Cody, you had a touchdown pass today, 15-yard touchdown pass. Tell us about that pass.
Yes, sir. We're already up, but threw it to our tight end, put our package in, and tight end just went on a flag. I did play action, and just 15-yard corner route touchdown wide open.
Now, not only do you play quarterback, but you also play punter. What's going through your mind when they snap you that ball and your hands are out there, you're getting ready for the ball?
It's pretty nervous, especially like back down in our own end zone. I got to get the ball out quick, so it's just got to get the ball quick as soon as you can, punt it away. So a lot of pressure on me. So
yeah, we got backed up that one time, and you were punting out of the end zone, and I know that's rough for you. Now, tell us what it means for you. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. Tell us what it means for you to be a Sewanee Tiger.
I'm all the way back from California, so it means a lot to come here and play here, and the school's great, academics, and it means a lot. I know our record doesn't show too much this year, but I really like this school, people around here, teammates and everything, and it's a great organization. We'll be looking good the next couple of years.
Well, you've done a great job, and thank you for coming and talking to me today. Now, here's this week's Hit of the Week by Quentin Jones. This week, the Tigers travel to Conway, Arkansas to take on the Hendricks Warriors. This is the last game of the season, and it promises to be a real shootout. So if you see a coach or one of the players on campus, let them know that you'll be cheering for them on Saturday. We'd also like to thank Coach Laurendine and his staff for their help with the show, the players, the cheerleaders, and Sewanee, the University of the South. This has been a great year, and we want to thank you for allowing us to be part of the program there at Sewanee.